Hello everyone, it's me, Demented Ghastly, back here with another video. This one's going to be another short one, but this one we're going to be going over, we're going to be ranking Total Drama finalists based on a lot of different factors. So we got tiers S+ to Z right here. So let's see. So this includes spoilers, obviously, for who wins each season. So don't get too mad. I already put a warning for you guys. This is another one that was created on Tuesday the 6th. It's another short video. So let's rank these. So I'm thinking we're going to do finalists as in final 3 on most occasions. So we have Owen here. Owen would be a solid A tier, as in he is a main character. He was doing great that season. Hold on. He was a main character. He's doing great that season. He was, he was lasting. He's the comic relief ending, because every season has a funny ending. And his was the funny one. It's just weird that his was the canonical one. However, him giving away the money seems a lot more likely than Gwen's little, oh, you didn't read the contract type thing, Which Chris fails to bring up. The next character would be Heather. I think her making it to the finals is kind of a shady thing. It's kind of B because she had a lot of plot armor. However, she did need to be there. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget. Despite her having plot armor and it being kind of annoying, she didn't need to make it to the final 3, because otherwise that would have been kind of, oh, who's the villain now? How are we gonna make this tense, Up until the final 2. If everybody's friendly with each other, that'd be a problem. However, Owen and Gwen aren't not friendly, but they were just kind of in a different state of where they were at the time. Gwen being in the finals is an S+, because she was the main character that season. It made complete sense. She was the character you're rooting for. She was literally just the main character. If Total Drama didn't become like a thing, if it didn't like start getting other seasons, then we would just know this series as like, oh, this is the main character. All these characters are like background characters, She's the MC of this entire universe. So those are your final 3 for Islands. Now we move on to Action, in which we have Duncan, Beth, Owen, and Courtney. I'm going to put Owen down in, like, F tier, because he already won the season. We already knew he's gonna leave. They brought him back due to him, like, starting up drama, which I just felt was not, like, a smart move on their part. Courtney also got brought back, so she shouldn't be able to win. However, she did make it pretty far. I think her getting, like, 3rd place due to nobody really wanting to fight against her is kind of funny. So I'd put her in a solid A tier. Plus, she really did work hard. She got a lot of... I'll put her with Heather, since she also did get a lot of plot armors, and I just start winning challenges now. That sort of thing. For Beth, I say E tier. Or, you know what? D tier. Beth, why are you the winner of Action? I mean, like, Island you shouldn't win either, but that was, like, your peak right there. And now you're like, oh, I got my braces off, therefore I am now the main character. It just didn't feel right to me. Something didn't sit right with Beth being in the finals. I'm gonna put Duncan in C tier because if he were to win a season, it would so be Island. Because you were a bully the entire season. How are you going to teach kids that being a bully is going to lead you to winning $1 million? You know, like he was an asshole to Harold the entire season, and somehow he's still like shown to be like the good guy with a heart of gold. You know, is I didn't want him to win, but I don't want Beth to win either. So it's like it was so mid, man. It was so mid. Such a mid ending. Okay, so the next one would be World Tour, where we have Cody, Heather, and Alejandro Walker. So we're going to put Heather in S plus tier, obviously, because goddamn, her ending was like the perfect going from villain to anti-hero to eventually sort of a hero by the end of it. And I just thought that was impressive that you can make a character be able to do that without it feeling out of character, you know? Like, usually when you do that sort of thing, the character starts to go like, oh, this isn't the character that we know and love. But with Heather, it's like such a smooth transition into her being a good winner. I'm going to rate Alejandro's ending E tier. I know some people still believe that the Alejandro Walker winning is, you know what? Heck, I'll say Al. I know there's still people out there who are like, Al winning is the canon version, but man, it just, what happened there? Like, they didn't want to rewrite the whole scene, so they just like decided, yeah, we'll make Al win on a mix-up, and then like he'll never know. Like, he'll never know that he won. And I just think that's kind of funny, but it's like, it is so bad. Meanwhile, Cody, I think Cody's a B. He was a protagonist of the season. Him making it far was a little bit weird for me, seeming as, you know, I felt like if Cody wasn't carried by Sierra, he could have also made it pretty far. But in this case, he was like forced against his will to be Final 3, you know? But he's a good candidate for getting into the Final 3. The Final 2? Well, maybe. Maybe, probably not. But like Final 3, I can definitely see him get into Final 3 again in another season. It's just like, he was just like carried in a way that just felt uncomfortable for his character. And I get that he was feeling very uncomfortable when Sierra was carrying him. So I'm gonna put him in just B tier here. Moving on, we have Revenge of the Island, where we have Zoe, Cameron, and Lightning. So I would say Zoe is a S tier because that was kind of like a way of showing that Lightning did have a brain and her elimination was kind of insane. However, I'm docking her down to A tier because like that was like her season to win. And then All Stars was kind of like a what moment, you know? Either way, she got a solid A tier. Lightning's ending, I'm not that big of a fan of. I'm gonna put it in A tier because I think it was a very solid one, kind of like Owen. There's actually stakes now because when Lightning wins, he gets to, you know, his father doesn't lose the Super Bowl rings. However, if Cameron doesn't win, Brick doesn't go to fashion school, and we need that to happen, so we're putting an S because Cameron kind of worked through everything here. I don't think it's like S plus worthy, but it's definitely S. He worked through a lot of things to make it to the finals. He was kind of, what was it? Drifting, carried is floating. He was kind of a floater, but not too bad. Not too bad of a floater. Moving on, there's All Stars, where we have you know what, if any time she should have won, it should have been Revenge, but you made us root for her, and you know what, that's fair. I think it's a solid A ending. People were rooting for Mike as well. I don't really care which one of them wins. They both get the money anyway. They probably split it or something. Mal getting the money, however, that's not gonna happen, so I'm just gonna put him here either way. These two making it to the finals, Scott getting eliminated was kind of like a, oh, well, yeah, she did promise Mike that she'd get in the finals with him, but this ain't Mike. And then for the Gwen thing, is kind of like oh, that was kind of a stupid elimination. However, it makes sense. She can't win, so she's gotta go. So I'll put one above in B tier. You know what? I'll put this in A tier. I'll put this in B tier. Move them up a little bit more. So now we have our final three. How the hell did you stay in here for so long? What the heck are you? You're like Floater McFloatington. Like, what the hell? Except you're not even a floater. You're just plot armored. I don't even know what to call you. What are you, Sugar? What the hell is wrong with you? You are something. So I'm gonna put you down here in E. I think that Sky had tried hard, but I would personally put her in A because it was too obvious if she won. She was such a self-insert, oh, I'm perfect in every way, but I have these flaws. Oh no. She's just a Mary Sue. If you want to hear my opinion on Sky, just check out any video where I do a tier list and skip to where I put Sky in, because I will definitely talk about her there. Yeah, I'm not really that big a fan of Sky. I'm gonna put her in A tier because it was just so obvious that it was just not okay. And I know these two are obvious, but this was meh. However, with Sean, I liked him being in the finals. I didn't like the thing that happened with Jasmine at the end. Not the them going off together, whatever part, but more of the oh, let's reveal his lies, that sort of thing. I think he was the perfect one to win that season. I think his winning made more sense. I liked it a lot. Moving on to Redonkulous Race, I think that this elimination was God tier. And I know this is supposed to be, oh, finalists, how great it was that they got to the finals. I think them getting the third place was God tier, man. That was perfect writing right there. It came full circle. I don't even need to explain anything more with those two. I think that this one was mid as hell. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people that are gonna get mad at me about this, but one, they broke the total drama rule of you are not allowed to win after you come back. If you get voted off, you can come back, but you can't win. You can get close, but you cannot win. That's just the rule. And they broke that, as well as the fact that they didn't really have much of a storyline going on. They were just kind of there for a lot of it. And that's not necessarily bad. They were the Owen of this season, but I'll say it again, they shouldn't have been in the finals. There was just something that's and I know they were probably only gone for 1 or 2 episodes, but no matter what, that's bringing back someone and them winning, which is not okay. Moving on, I think these two, solid S tier. Not S plus tier, but solid S tier. I don't know what else to say about them. That was just solid. Real solid. Okay, moving on to these ones, we have Millie. She was kind of carried, but like it made sense since it was almost following her viewpoint in a way. So I'm gonna put in like B. I'm glad she didn't win. So you know what, because I don't think she deserved to get first or second place. We'll put her in A because that was a perfect time to eliminate her compared to like any other higher placement that she could have gotten. I think Bowie gained second place. Solid S tier. Perfect. I'm gonna say that Priya was S tier. It's less of a Mary Sue situation than Sky was, because this was her thing. Training for Total Drama was just straight up her thing. So it's like, yeah, she's gonna win. Probably. We'll see. But, you know, it made sense. I like that she won. I know some other people don't. I just think that it made sense that she won compared to other people. The next one is going to be Caleb. Caleb, make it far. It makes sense. It's okay. It's decent. I'll put it in A tier. All good all around. Then Julia, make it far. I think that her not winning. Let's look at them more like how they got close but didn't win. If Caleb won, that'd just be another Priya situation. Plus, they could kind of share the money probably again. It would just be another Priya situation of, oh, the best player just immediately won again. Whoa. If Julia won, which I have a sneaking feeling that they're gonna make a villain. I almost said loser there. A villain win in season 3 for some reason. I don't know. I just got this feeling in the back of my head that's going to be like a former villain or a current villain. Maybe Nichelle. Maybe Nichelle will go on villain arc and just win. However, we got Julia. I think that was pretty solid. I preferred her getting to the finals. That was really good. And then I'm going to put Wayne as a solid S tier because I think he played hard that season. He did well. He had the good, like, the Katie and Sadie would have has been, you know? They would have been scenario for Katie and Sadie. That's essentially what Wayne was. Of, I miss my bro. I don't think I can move on without him. But now I'm going to have to. So I think that's it. That's all the seasons that I can get to. So go outside, compliment someone's hair, make the world a little bit of a better place. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.